Carlos Nelson with the Kansas City Business Association. And tonight we have the president of the Kansas City Restaurant Association. Who do we have here?
We got Alan Kneeland. I'm the president of the Greater Kansas City Restaurant Association, as well as the operating owner here at the Combine KC, located on 30th and Troost. It's a restaurant, deli, pizza, and taps.
Yeah, I get my pizza there at least once, sometime twice. They give you a hell of a slice for about $8. Uh, Alan, tell our audience a little bit about yourself. I want you to talk about where you grew up, what schools you went to, and above all, talk about some of the mentors, some of the adults as you were coming up that helped shape who you are, and then we'll go into uh, how you fell in love or whatever word you want to use to in the food industry.
Definitely. Well, I am a local kid. I grew up here in Kansas City, Missouri, right off 75th and Troost. I went to high school and middle school at Southwest Charter, aka Imagine Renaissance Academy. I also attended college here in Missouri at Jefferson City, Lincoln University, one of the only two HBCUs located here in Missouri. Yeah, I got my start here in the restaurant industry in 2006, working for Panera Bread, and kind of worked my way up.
What did you do at Panera?
Everything. I did everything. And just being honest with you, I started there in 2006 at 16, started off as a dishwasher, and I made it a point to learn every single job option that there was, whether it be a cashier, dishwasher, trainer, manager, baker. I've learned every single facet of that restaurant just so I knew how to run my own restaurant.
You so when did you start to try to do something yourself? What go in business yourself?
Definitely. So I actually reached the 9.5 year mark at Panera Bread. I was at 9.5 years, and for some crazy reason in the back of my head, I kept telling myself, don't reach 10 years. Don't reach 10 years, right? And then I already had the fire inside of me of wanting my own business. So with that being said, through a mentor, Buddy Lau, he me and him had a conversation and we talked for a while, and he was like, hey, well, you don't want to be with this company for a while, and you want to run your own small business. All right. Well, I got a friend that actually has his own small business. Is this something that you may be interested in? He showed me the business. We went out to lunch. It was actually a pizza shop. And long story short, I ended up quitting Panera Bread and ended up running that pizza shop for about 2 years, taking that corporate experience and bringing that to a small mom and pop's operation.
What was it? What was the name of it?
Pizza 51. Pizza 51, he had two locations at that time, one off 51st and Oak, and then another off of 51st and Mission.
What kind of
I
pizza
actually
were you all making?
more New York style pizza, hand tossed. But yeah, lovely pizza, great
Can
pizza.
you hand toss?
Hand tossed, man. I'm in the back of the kitchen almost 5 to 6 days a week tossing pizza, definitely.
Oh man, I told you I had Goodfellas Pizzeria on 27th and Prospect. I never could toss. I never could do that. I would get the dough and the round pans and spread it.
Uh-huh. It's one of those learned trades. You know what I mean? It took me a little while, but once I got it, man, I'm not losing it.
Yeah. So uh, now talk about some of the challenges, not only being a minority, but access to capital and all of that when you decide that you're going to try to go out on your own. Tell our audience what that's like and how you felt. Do you have a family?
Yes.
Run it down.
Oh, so my family right now, it's very limited. I mean, I do have, my brothers, my sisters, my mother and stuff
No,
like
I'm talking
that.
about, are you married and have a
Yes. So, and that's one thing I'm a mention. So I am a year and a half into my marriage. So I got married October 2nd of 2023. So I'm just a little bit over a year married, and we just announced that we're having a baby girl. So we got a baby girl on the way in August. So my family is actually growing right now.
Yeah, see, because I've been an entrepreneur all my life. And I remember uh, my first uh, painting for $25 a day back in the day. And you got a 4 month old, and your wife's working. My wife was working at Dolgen's, and uh, you you know you getting some payment, but now you going out here on your own, and you got to get it
Yeah.
for your family, not just you. You got to get it
Not
for
just
your
me,
family.
not just the
What
wife. Now
kind
we
of
got
pressure
somebody
do
else.
you feel on that? And like I said, what was your access to banking, capital, and all of that type thing?
Yeah, so when we first got together in the beginning of our relationship, like I said, I was actually running a pizza shop. But I did have that mind frame of wanting to open up my own business, right? So I'm a great saver, a great saver. My wife's a great spender as well. But I save pretty much almost everything that I make. Now, with that being said, I knew that I wanted to be in the restaurant business and to have my own restaurant. So once I got to Pizza 51, I actually started to save little by little, little by little. I ran that pizza shop for about 2 years, and then I went back with good relationships to Panera Bread and got a GM position. So I was the general manager, and that's when I really started to be able to save a little bit more faster as well. And from there, I got a call from my mentor slash partner, Jason Pryor, who owned Pizza 51. And with that being said, he called me and gave me the call. Hey, do you still have the idea of wanting to open up your own business? And I said, yeah. I had the money already ready, and we went all in looking for spaces and different places to open up a restaurant.
Yeah. Tell me this. When you went back and got that general manager's position,
Mm-hmm.
how much did you learn about business that you didn't know? You learn little different things as you rise.
That was my opportunity to learn a lot of the admin, as well as just more of the back end processes when it comes to running the business. So things such as payroll, paying bills, making sure that your vendors are taken care of as well. Like those are the things that I got a chance to learn once I took on that GM position, as well as just helping to make sure I pursue bigger and better relationships. That was another thing. When you're in the restaurant and you're a cashier or a line cook, you develop relationships with the consumer. You develop relationships with people that you see every single day. As a business owner and as a general manager, you deal with bigger relationships such as vendors, such as people that can help bring in more business for you. City council, you get those bigger contracts. You know what I mean? So that's what I kind of learned when I transitioned from being a 9 to 5 worker to being more of a person over the operation.
So let's talk about now the combine in general.
Mm-hmm.
Tell our audience exactly what is the combine, what service do you provide, what a little bit about your menu and so forth, and some of the clients.
Okay. Well, the combine is first and foremost my first baby. It's my first business. You know what I mean? I put everything that I have into this. We started off November 5th of 2020. So directly in the middle of the pandemic, we opened our doors. With that being said, we offer pizza, deli sandwiches, salads, a full cocktail menu, and a lot of locally crafted beers. We also have an event space as well as a rooftop space that we're working on opening this year. Um, um, with us being open for about 3 years now, a little bit over 3 years, we've built a great relationship with our community here on 30th and Troost. So a lot of the people that live in this area, which is being revitalized as well as just redeveloped. We've had a chance to help build relationships with this community. But we also see a lot of people from the outside coming on in to our establishment. So like I said, when it comes to guests or clients that we get people from city council, entertainers, school board, operation break.
That's how I got there. Kelvin Simmons, I was having a business meeting with him. He was introducing me to some people. He said, meet me at the combine. I'm like, Kelvin, what the hell is the combine? What? Because, I have a sports channel. I'm thinking, he's talking some type of sports. And then we came and I ordered what I wanted to order. And then from then on out, I don't have a lot of business meetings, but every time I was going to meet someone, I brought them down to the combine and not only got them lunch, let them take a whole pizza home because you had good service and you had good product for me. And I'm deaf on that. I want to put a shameless plug into this interview. My godfather, Carl DeCapo, he was president of the Kansas City Restaurant Association, and when I had my pizza restaurant, and I had something like 5 guys jumping off back in the early '90s, and he advised me the same way you came up. He said, "Fool, you don't open nothing up. Go, you're gonna do hamburgers, go work for McDonald's or work for one of them first. Then learn the daggone business." And that was the best advice I ever could receive. And I want to speak on this. You've mentioned this like 2 or 3 times, and this is what I tell all young people. Who you know is your currency in life. And in the restaurant business, you meet all kinds of people. As you say, you might meet the Pope because nobody knows who comes in there to get that product. And when you have good relations, that helps your business. So talk a little more about your business.
Definitely. So like I said, we opened up on November 5th of 2020. Over that time, we have helped to I feel like become a staple in this community, right? So we've done a lot of give backs over, let's look at this past Christmas. I was able to partner with the Show Me Riders and we were able to give free gifts, the day before Christmas to hundreds of needy kids that live in this area, that live in this community that would not have been able to wake up on Christmas Day with gifts. So I partner with them just to be able to do a community give back. I do a lot of discounts when it comes to fire and police, Operation Breakthrough, as well as the Kansas City, Missouri Public School District.
That's what I was going to ask you. That was me cutting you off here. How have they treated you?
The Kansas City, Missouri Public School District. Right. I will say in my beginning days, I had so many different organizations coming up to me and asking me, Alan, what do you need? You need help? What do you need? What do you need? I didn't need anything but people in my building. That's all I needed. And Kansas City Public Schools was a group that helped bring people in. So my lunches were covered because everybody, what did they need during the middle of the day? They needed lunch. So a lot of the Kansas City, Missouri public school administrators, they were in here having lunch, as well as, they got a decompress from their crazy hectic work schedule. So they were coming in here for happy hours. This became ground zero for happy hours for the Kansas City Public School District. But they definitely helped keep my doors open during a slow time when it was hard to get people to come out.
Tell me this. I was wondering, does any of Ruby Jean's customers, do y'all cross They don't know nothing about the combine. They go over there and they see and then wind up. Yeah.
Well, what typically happens is we have people that are over at Ruby Jeans and they're doing a health cleanse or they're getting ready to start a health cleanse, but right before they do, they need to come right over and get their slice of pizza, that last little bit of indulgence before they actually start their health journey. So we see a lot of Ruby Jeans customers come in all the time, whether it be at the end of their health cleanse, whether it be at the beginning, or whether they just be, wanting to come in and support another Black business in the community.
I'm really interested. How did y'all come up with that damn slice, man? Because, yeah, that slice is something else.
It is, man. It comes off of our big 26-inch pizza. And that's one thing that with relationships I was able to gain through my partner or my past partner. I got the benefit of buying him out of all his shares at the beginning of last year. So I always say that if the pizza looks familiar, it's kind of like Pizza 51 pizza, but we do it just a little bit better here.
Yeah. So, what in closing, what would you have to say to our community and to potential customers?
Potential customers. Well, for the potential customers, we are located on 2999 Troost. Come on down 7 days a week. We are open at 11 a.m. Monday through Sunday. We close at 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays and Saturdays we stay open until 10 p.m. We do have a private or semi-private event space down here, and we do happy hours 5 days a week, 3 to 6. $2 off all signature cocktails, $1 off all our draft beers, wines, and our wells. But I would like to communicate to everybody out there that, hey, man, we are an up and coming business. Support our restaurants, not only just mine, but support all of our restaurants here in Kansas City. One thing that I've made it a point to mention as president of the Greater Kansas City Restaurant Association is that we have a pool of restaurants that you could go to, whether it be Korean, whether it be pizza, whether it be, Mexican, tacos, or fine dining. We have so many different options, and we are a melting pot of restaurants. So with that being said, go out and try, go out and go eat. You know what I mean? Support local. That's one thing Kansas City has done, and I've known that for a long time, is we support a lot of our local businesses. So when it comes to restaurants, go eat.
I love it. Uh, I'm still my partner, Jim Watts. He always is closing his interviews with this. It was a plum pleasing pleasure having you on the show. I'd be like, Jim, cut out all them niceties, man. You know we snively whiplash and we tie Sweet Nell to the train tracks.
Oh man.
Wait for Dudley Do Right to make it right. But as we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
This is brought to you by Kansas City Business Association, working to improve our community.